Hi friends, this is Suzy, your gaming guru. It is July 10th, 2022, here for my Wordle of the day and for Clerihew Day. Now this is going to be another long intro before I get to Wordle, so you can skip ahead if you'd like. But I just learned this word when I was looking at different holidays. I'd never heard of a Clerihew, and it's actually something I really enjoy because it's a type of eponymous poem. I actually have eponymous poems recorded, put on my channel years ago. So this is something that's always fascinated me. And I thought I would try my hand at this new type of eponymous poem with some fun rules here. There are only two hard and fast rules for a Clerihew, I think. One is that it's comprised of two couplets. So the first two lines rhyme, and then the last two lines rhyme. That's it, 4 lines. The second hard and fast rule is that the first line ends with the name of a famous person or character. Now, some of the other suggestions for Clerihew is that you shouldn't really worry about meter. In other words, if you have one line that's really short and one line that's really long, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to flow. If you want it to flow, fine. If you don't or you can't, no problem. The second general guideline is that usually these poke fun at someone. And I thought, you know, the United States political scene is so heavy and burdensome these days and so divisive. So what I thought I would do is just poke fun and use the two most divisive characters I know, President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden, and make Clerihews for each of them. So I'm poking fun at both of them. I don't want anyone to be upset if politics is not your thing and you don't want to hear what I say in my little joking way, and you might take offense. You may just want to skip by this. But I think I did a fairly good job of kind of poking fun equally at each of them. And I also gave myself an additional assignment. Besides starting, now the first poem I wrote was for President Trump because he was president first chronologically. And so I gave myself the assignment to end the first line with his name and the very last line, that fourth line, with Joseph Biden's name. And then when I did Joe Biden's poem, I ended the first line with his name and the last line with Donald Trump's name. So, I hope you enjoy this. Hope you get a kick out of it. If not, you can just ignore all of this and skip on to the Wordle. President Donald Trump has oft been compared to a rump. Bad poll numbers gave him a chidin' until worse ones showed up for Joe Biden. President Joseph Biden doesn't have much to take pride in, so all he could say when he'd stump is, "At least I'm not Donald Trump." So that is my example of Clerihews. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Wordle. I'll be right back with you, and we will use this as our inspiration for the day. So here we are finally at Wordle, and I thought that since we had Biden and Trump, and Biden isn't an actual word, but Trump is, we would start our Wordle with Trump. Let's see if that gives us anything today. Wow, it actually gave us quite a bit. We've got a T and an R. Not unusual. T and R are very common letters, but they don't show up in the beginning. So is there any word that I can come up with that has an R and a T kind of towards the end? And it's a good pairing. It works well forwards and backwards. So I could try RT. I could try heart. Just to show that I hold no ill will to either man. I'm sure that public service is extremely difficult. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with heart. It's got an H, so that if it ends up being a word like earth, we will get that in here. I could try earth. I'm going to try heart. I like the placement of the EA more here. I think. Yeah, I'm going to try this. We'll see how it goes. Wow, that went extraordinarily well. I wonder if we have enough to get this solved. We've got an E. We have got a T. We don't have an A. We've got a T, but it's not going to be here or here or here, so it can only be in 2 different spots. That is really helpful that it's trimmed down so much. And then with the R, it's not quite as trimmed because the first R, we already know it can't be here. That's where the E is. So the R could be here or here or here. And then the H. We have an H now. Can't be here or here, so it can be here, here, or here. That RTH looks really good, but it can't be Earth. There's no A, and the E is here. What if it is an RTH? First of all, could it be Rth? No, I don't think so. What else could it be? Q, W, Y, I, O, S, D, dearth. I think dearth is spelled D-E-A-R-T-H. I'm not really sure, but I think so. I'm just going to put the D here because we're not sure of this construction. It just looks fairly likely, don't you think? How else would you blend those? Let's say they all have to be kind of at the end. We couldn't do THR, we couldn't do HTR. RTH is the only one. Now the only difference is we could do an R here, and it could be like R-E. Yeah, see, I don't see that working with the TH without the R, because what would go here? O-I. I know I've started one path and then I've gone completely on another one. I really think it's going to be this. Okay, so I don't think it's dearth. Firth, I think we learned is spelled F-I-R-T-H. Girth, I think is with an I. J-K-L-Z. And when I say I think, it looks right in my brain, but I'm horrible at spelling. I'm moderately good at spelling, which means I'm also moderately bad. All right, Surth, Verth, Birth. Birth is looking like it so far. Nerth. I think it has to be birth, unless dearth is a word. Either I don't know how to spell dearth, or there's an alternate spelling. I think it's going to be birth. Oops. Yeah, I don't know how to spell that. I was thinking of dearth. All right, I'm going to try this. That's it. So, see, Trump is good for something. He's good for Wordle. I'll let you decide whether or not you think he's good for anything else. All right, that is it for me. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. It's okay if you poke fun a little bit, but I don't want this to be an insult fest where we really tear down anyone, especially people. One of the most disturbing things for me was that, and this didn't start with Trump being in office. I don't know when it started, but it kept growing and growing, where it's not just the political figure that isn't liked, but is actually despised, and anyone who voted for that person is despised. And so, you know, I don't hate anyone who voted for Trump or anyone who voted for Biden based on the way that they voted. I don't hate anyone who voted for Bush or anyone who voted for Obama, so on and so forth. I think that we have to realize that different people will have different opinions, and they will look at facts and draw different conclusions, and this is the world we live in. Yeah, I'm done waxing philosophical here. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.